Oh,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Saima Leadership Fari, and today I'm doing my chat GPT. So let's get started. I have some questions
walaikum
for you.
assalam. Sure.
Okay. Uh, my topic is the importance of empathy in leadership and teamwork.
Hmm.
And my question is, what is empathy and why is important in leadership?
Okay. So empathy is basically understanding how someone else feels and seeing things from their point of view. In leadership, that means noticing the little signals, like when someone seems stressed or checked out, and actually caring enough to ask what's going on. It's important because people tend to trust leaders who get them, and they tend to do better work when they feel understood.
Okay. My next question is, how does empathy help leaders understand their team members?
Uh-huh. Let me think. Okay. Well, when leaders listen closely and pay attention to different perspectives, they can pick up on what motivates each person or what's making them struggle. That means the team feels more comfortable speaking up, which usually leads to better collaboration and fewer misunderstandings, and ultimately stronger results.
My next question is, why is empathy considered an essential leadership skill?
Hold on. Because it builds real connection with people. Empathetic leaders tend to make decisions that consider the human impact, and that usually creates a healthier culture and better teamwork.
Okay, good answer. Can you please tell me what is the difference between empathy and sympathy?
Sure. Empathy is feeling with somebody, like stepping into their experience. Sympathy is more like saying, I feel for you, but staying on the outside. Empathy requires more perspective taking, and it tends to change how you actually act.
Good. How can empathy improve communication between leaders and employee?
Hang on. When leaders show empathy, employees are more likely to share their ideas and concerns openly because they feel heard, and that cuts down on miscommunication, builds trust, and makes collaboration smoother.
Why does empathy contribute to effective teamwork?
Hmm. Because it builds mutual respect, reduces conflicts, and makes people more willing to help each other out. The team that feels understood usually works more cohesively.
Okay. How can empathy help resolve conflicts in the workplace?
Just a sec. Okay. It helps people pause and hear what the other person actually means, not just react. That shift from reacting to understanding makes it easier to find fair solutions and rebuild trust.
Okay, good answer. Can you please tell me how does empathy influence team governance?
Mm. Uh, when people feel respected and understood, their motivation goes up, morale lifts, and you get more genuine engagement. It turns the workplace into somewhere people actually want to be, not just have to be. And that positive energy tends to show up in results too.
Okay, can you please tell me why is active listening important for empathetical leadership?
Hmm. Active listening is crucial because it shows people you actually care about what they're saying. It means less assuming, more understanding. It builds trust and helps leaders make better decisions because they hear the full picture.
Okay. How does empathy help leaders make better decisions?
Let me check. Empathy lets leaders weigh the human side, like different perspectives and concerns. So decisions aren't just about numbers, they're about real impact on people. That balance usually leads to stronger trust and better team performance.
Okay. What are the character traits and empathical leaders?
One sec. Strategies include active listening, encouraging open communication, seeking different perspectives, showing genuine care, giving
That's good.
kind,
Can you please tell me
constructive
how can empathy reduce stress among employees?
checking. When people feel heard and supported, stress usually eases because they're not carrying everything alone. An empathetic leader creates that space.
Okay, how does empathy encourage employees to share their ideas and concerns?
Hold on. People speak up more when they feel safe and valued. If leaders respond with understanding instead of judgment, employees feel safer sharing ideas and problems early, which boosts creativity and teamwork.
Why is empathy important when giving feedback?
Checking. It keeps feedback respectful and easier to actually hear. An empathetic leader thinks about how something might land before saying it, and that makes the other person more open to reflection rather than defensiveness.
That's good. How does empathy contribute to employee loyalty?
Let me see. It builds trust and a sense of belonging. People tend to stay when they feel valued and understood.
Okay, that's good. And my next question is, how does empathy influence workplace communications?
One sec. It makes communication more open and honest because people listen with respect. And that cuts down those misunderstandings that can really gum up the works. So team relationships get stronger and problem solving gets smoother.
Okay, what happens when a leader lacks empathy?
Let me see. Without it, employees can feel unheard or undervalued. Morale can dip, turnover can rise, and teamwork can feel strained. Without empathy, it's harder to keep people genuinely engaged.
Why is understanding different perspective important for teamwork?
One sec. Because each person brings different experiences. Valuing those perspectives leads to better decisions, fewer blind spots, and more trust.
Okay, how can empathy prevent misunderstandings among team members?
Checking by listening and asking before assuming. That clears up confusion early and reduces conflict before it even starts.
How does empathy influence workplace communications?
Just a second. It makes communication more clear, builds trust, and cuts down on misunderstandings, making the workplace more collaborative and productive.
Okay. My next question is, how does empathy help leaders manage difficult situations?
Checking. Empathy helps leaders stay calm, understand concerns, and seek fair solutions. It diffuses tension, keeps communication clear, and helps the team stay on track.
Okay, thank you so much. This is my ChatGPT. Hope you like it. Radio in Pakistan, Hyderabad. That's it. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.